Hi guys, Starbucks is entering the Web3 scene big time with their new program Starbucks Odyssey, which is basically an extension of their already existing loyalty program with over 25 million users. So in this video, I want to quickly explain what the program is, why they're using a blockchain for it, and some personal thought of mine. Let's get into it. The Starbucks Odyssey program will basically extend their already existing loyalty program with two types of new NFTs. The first kind is a limited supply NFT, which we already know from the Bored Apes and the We Friends and those kind of limited supply NFTs, right? The other one is kind of a journey NFT, which is very interesting. It seems like they will use some kind of a play to earn mechanic where you have to use time to get through some challenges. They hinted about maybe a quiz where you know a bit more about the brand, or you do have to do some specific challenge at a specific location, maybe making a specific order to get the NFTs. So the one will basically mean spend money to get the NFT, the limited supply, and the other one will basically mean spend time to get the NFT. And those NFTs will bring you, will level up your account, your Starbucks loyalty account. And with the new levels you're achieving, you're basically unlocking experiences within the Starbucks ecosystem, which could be, they're hinting about some coffee, virtual classes to make coffee, or even whole trips to Starbucks facilities in Africa or whatever. So we have to wait and see when it comes out to see the actual experiences, but they're hinting about very interesting stuff which can be unlocked. Obviously you probably have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time, but they will try to make it so everybody has a shot to getting them. The program will be built on top of the Polygon proof of stake sidechain, which is a blockchain on top of Ethereum, and it will launch later this year for selected US citizens and hopefully have a global rollout next year. Why is Starbucks using blockchain technology for this kind of program? In my opinion, it comes down to three different advantages the blockchain technology has. And the first one is tradability. Since all the tokens, especially the non-fungible tokens, have a specific standard, for example, on the Ethereum blockchain, it is ERC20 or ERC721. It doesn't matter what it is, but there are specific standards. That leads to being able to trade whatever NFT you have with other kind of NFTs. So Starbucks could, so someone who, let's say, spent a lot of time in the app and they got the golden cappuccino, which gives them access to one cappuccino per week for free. But, you know, they want to trade it. In the old system, it would be very hard for this to move this or trade this with any kind of other asset. But here they could easily sell that NFT to another person, or they could also trade it. Let's say with the guy who has the golden cheeseburger from McDonald's, they could do like a trade there. So basically the assets, the NFTs getting much more valuable because they can leave the ecosystem of Starbucks and basically gives you every right to sell it, to trade it, to buy it for someone else. And Starbucks doesn't have to do this. This comes built in with the blockchain. The second one is security. So up until now, often brands had the problem that they were maybe amazing in whatever they do. For example, my local cinema here is amazing and in giving you a good experience in the cinema, but they're actually not that good when it comes to securing the data. So the server got hacked all the time to a point where right now I'm going there I deleted my online account just to go there offline and paying by card, just because I got hacked so many times. With the blockchain, there are basically a lot of brands in the world who they don't have the developer team they need to securing that data, but now they don't have to. They can just outsource this work to the blockchain and just focus on what they want to focus on, or what they can do best, which is Starbucks, I guess, making coffee and the coffee experience, or those kind of stuff. And 3, composability. And this is actually one of the coolest things. This is the one I'm actually the most curious to see what happens, because right now it's very hard, for example, to do a worldwide marketing campaign where everyone who went to IKEA the last 2 weeks but also went to Nike to get a specific sneaker, but also went to Starbucks to get a specific coffee. Let's say there is a cooperation and you wanna give those people a specific kind of NFT or an exclusive experience. In Web2, this is not possible. There will be so much overhead in collaboration, and the developer teams have to work with their different backends and everything. But with NFTs on the blockchain, it's actually not that hard to make this happen. You could very easily verify if someone did the certain things you want them to do, or you wanted them to accomplish. And there's even a more interesting thing where, for example, in crypto there's a lot of vampire attacks, which means imagine Starbucks wants to reward people a free cappuccino which went to Coffee Fellows the last 2 weeks. So let's say Coffee Fellows, which is another coffee brand, has also this kind of a program, and everyone who got an NFT there, Starbucks will try to get them to their side by just offering those people with those NFTs, let's say a free cappuccino or something. So I think this one will actually be very interesting to see. I think there's a lot of opportunities which before was turned down either by the developing team, because this would be just being so much overhead. But I think marketing and PR and brand, they will have a new tool to use to creating stories and experiences, and I'm very interested to see how it turns out. I think this is the actual first big player who will onboard a lot of people, and the most interesting thing about this program is how Starbucks is hiding the technical details about the blockchain and Web3 technologies. Even the CMO Brady Brewer said it happens to be built on a blockchain and Web3 technologies, but the customer, to be honest, may very well not even know that what they are doing is interacting with blockchain technology. It's just an enabler. I think this is very interesting, and they're also delivering on that promise, because for example, you're not going to have to manage your own private key and a wallet, because they will use your existing account. Starbucks will use your existing account and I guess most likely create a private public key in the background, but you don't have to worry about it. They will manage it for you. So it will be basically connected to your account, which makes it so much easier for a lot of people who don't want to have all that complexity. Also, they're not calling NFTs. They're actually calling it the two kinds I talked about in the beginning: limited edition stamps and journey stamps. So they're also moving away from the whole non-fungible technicality, which I guess also has a bad reputation in some circles. But yeah, I personally think this is actually very interesting, and interesting because I personally think that this is the next step where Web3 has to go, is that that the end user doesn't know that he or she is using Web3 technologies, because most people don't care, and neither should they. They will just have the advantages a blockchain technology brings, so the immutability, the security, the composability, the tradability, the things we talked about. But they don't care if it's on Ethereum, Cardano, any kind of other blockchain, Polygon, if it's a ZK rollup or optimistic rollup. They don't care, and they shouldn't take the time to understand all of this. It should just work. And I think Starbucks does a very interesting step where they're hiding actually a lot of the technicality for the user. And I'm very, very excited to see if this may help to increase the adoption for the next step of this technology. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this content, like and subscribe. I will do more content focusing on the Web3 end user. Also, if you have any kind of feedback, what I could do better, leave it all in the comment. I will read and reply to all of them. Thank you very much. See you soon.